Alabama football. 17 national championships.
For the end zone, touchdown! Alabama wins!
An undefeated record.
Undefeated Alabama is number one. Undefeated Alabama.
Capping off an undefeated season.
Unanimous number one in the country.
There will be a huge shakeup in the college football top 10. Number one, Alabama will not be impacted.
For a team that seems so on top of the football world, there's still one major problem.
I can honestly say I was a little disappointed that there weren't more students at the last game. And I think we're trying to address that.
Wait, what? For a perennial powerhouse, one would think the student section would be loud and proud at every game. To find out more, I asked around on the Alabama quad.
Why do you think people are not going to the games?
Well, the early time obviously is a big thing. Nobody wants to wake up early, even if it is a football game.
If it's a bad team, I wouldn't expect a huge turnout. And I heard it was like really hot that day, and that student section's like directly in the sun.
These answers made sense, but none of them explained why Nick Saban said this.
I don't know, maybe there's something else somebody ought to talk about. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Maybe I already talked about more than I should.
It sounded to me like the most powerful man in Alabama was a little scared. What could Coach Saban be alluding to?
He's like, maybe there's something that I shouldn't be talking about. Maybe I've already said too much, but maybe someone else should address like the monster or like the elephant in the room.
I mean, obviously there's a lot of power behind the Greek life that could be, influencing a lot of that. But
like what?
I mean, the machine.
What's that?
What's the machine? I mean, the organization that some people like to deny that exists within the Greek life and in the state government, and we all know what the machine is.
I mean, we do have the machine on campus.
The machine. Oh, it's the machine.
They got fingers and everything that could be influencing who gets the best block seating. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating.
It's just out there, man. It's over there. It's right there. He's got it. I know. It's just a machine.
The machine is the Greek system that controls like SGA elections and stuff, homecoming queen, things like that.
They control homecoming queen?
Yeah. They pick a candidate and the whole Greek system votes for that candidate and they win most of the time.
So like this weekend, they've already picked a homecoming queen?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe student attendance and block seating weren't the biggest storylines on campus this week. To learn more about this so-called machine, I met up with Amy Yerkinen, an investigative journalist at the biggest newspaper in Alabama.
The machine. What is it?
So the machine is a secret society, and they basically kind of control a lot of the political life on campus. They have won the SGA presidency every time except for like 7 times in the last 100 years. They control most of the Senate seats and the cabinet positions. They basically control a budget that's like maybe $400,000. But they also control things like block seating. I mean, it kind of sounds innocent enough. It's just a group that's trying to advance Greek interests on campus, but when you dig down a little deeper, you find out that they really use a lot of kind of coercive methods.
A series of campaign-related incidents began in 1983. An FBI investigation resulted in 2 arrests. In the ill-fated election of 1993, Minda Riley was a member of a machine house. But when she was denied its endorsement and ran anyway, Riley violated the group's cardinal rule. She found remains of a burned cross on her lawn and written warnings on behalf of the machine. She reported being beaten by a masked intruder who told her in profane terms that she had crossed the wrong people.
Nobody deserves what I've been through. Nobody.
So let's bring it to the present. It's homecoming week in Alabama. What would the machine be up to this week?
There would be one person at Alabama who will get the machine backing, and she's going to get really the majority of the votes from the sororities and the fraternities.
So you're saying even if you wanted to vote for your own sister in your sorority, you have to vote for the machine candidate?
That's right.
Is that, I don't know if this would be rigging an election, but how would you phrase what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, rigging is probably as good a word as any. I mean, I know that there have been promises of free drinks and things like that in the past. So, I think I don't know, if it were like a typical election, it would be breaking election law, intimidating voters. You can always tell someone, how you think they should vote. Like, you can give them a list of candidates, but I think where they cross the line is really when they're trying to force people to vote a certain way, or people are facing backlash if they don't, or if they openly support another candidate.
Amy was great, but I needed to get closer to the source. Next, I infiltrated one of the real live fraternities on campus in order to gather more intel about this year's homecoming election. The one thing college kids hate most is a narc, so I had to let my hair down and show them that I was a cool dude and didn't mind if they cussed.
Yeah, who did you guys vote for homecoming?
They gave me a card.
What's her name?
Katie.
Yeah. Katie something?
Katie,
Yeah.
what do you want for him? Can we
Are you the sorority candidate?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a what candidate?
Sorority.
The sorority candidate.
What
Which
does that
means
mean?
like all like the sororities pretty much back. She's like from the biggest, I don't know what sorority it is, but she's from like the biggest sorority.
So who decides who they back?
Well, like last year, it's like a political party pretty much.
It's a council that I'm not involved in that makes that decision.
That's honestly.
Wait, a council what?
That I'm not involved in that makes that decision.
Which council?
I mean, I can't say which council it is. I don't really know. It's just people that I'm not friends with or know. They run their sorority systems.
I always wonder because there was a guy who was telling me earlier about this like conspiracy theory about this there's this secret society. Yeah, there was. Yeah, that's what they called it.
I didn't say it.
I said it. I mean, it's what are you gonna do?
But is that true? Like that's true.
It's true. I mean, yeah. Like I said, we don't know.
Are you guys in the machine?
No,
we're not. How do they get their message out? It's like who's the candidate they want?
You're asking questions we don't know the answer to, man.
It's a secret society.
I really wish I could answer that, but unfortunately I can't.
What's the girl's name who's gonna win?
Katie.
Bell?
Katie?
Yeah, I think it's
No,
Bell.
she has a weird last name.
I had heard enough. It was clear that the machine was backing Katie, and no other candidate had a fighting chance. The more I poked around asking about the machine, the more dirt I uncovered, and the more sure I was that the machine itself was onto me.
I mean, it kind of sounds innocent enough. It's just a group that's trying to advance Greek interests on campus, but when you dig down a little deeper, you find out that they really use a lot of kind of coercive methods, and people who choose to kind of run against the machine have been threatened and had other like break-ins to their offices, and a lot of like kind of crazy stuff has happened over the years to people who have run against the machine.
Before long, it was apparent that these attacks were personal. However, what pained me the most was the injustice that was unfolding before my very eyes. I felt obligated to take the issue all the way to the top, and for that reason, I scheduled a meeting with the Secretary of State in Alabama, John Merrill.
Well, unfortunately, it's come to my attention that this week they're fixing homecoming.
Really?
For the homecoming queen.
Well, if they are...
No, they are.
Or, well, if they are, then they did, because the vote, I think, was Tuesday of this week. So I don't really know any more about that other than...
Do you think there's anything we can do about it?
Well, now, I don't know that anybody can do anything about the machine's impact other than get involved and make a decision about at what level they want to participate. And then if a vote's already taken place, that vote's already been documented and recorded. And when that occurs, then you have to live with the results.
Do you think it's too late in the week to make it right? Because
so,
I just feel bad for all the girls out there who want to be homecoming queen but don't got a fair shot.
Sure, because only one is going to be the queen.
Right.
Just like only one's going to be the president. Or,
right, Katie.
Exactly.
Once it became clear that the Secretary of State wasn't prepared to help, I knew I had to take matters into my own hands and run an independent candidate for homecoming queen. To find someone who could really go toe-to-toe with the machine, I needed someone who already had a strong following.
Caroline? Hey, I'm Caleb Pressley. I slid in your DMs in a good way.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you more about that idea about homecoming.
Okay.
Caroline was an Instagram model who had over 100,000 followers that I was hoping to turn into potential voters. With the homecoming ceremony less than 24 hours away, we didn't have much time to launch our campaign. We set up shop at the homecoming pep rally to get the word out about our cause.
Hi, excuse me, you mind if we bother you for a second? So, we are petitioning for an independent homecoming queen candidate because right now at the University of Alabama, if you're not supported by a scary secret society group called the Machine, you have no chance of becoming homecoming queen. Have you heard about that before?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but at Alabama, if you're not supported by the machine, you don't have a chance. And so we think she deserves a chance. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
So I'm an Instagram model, and I recently monetized my Instagram, and I just want to have a chance to be homecoming queen because I think I'm pretty good at it. Sure, I mean, I'm really pretty.
Yeah, thank you so much. You guys made a positive impact tonight, and that won't, you know, that comes back. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're supporting.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for being out here.
Yeah. You guys, you ever heard about the machine?
The machine?
Yeah.
Like the band?
Tell them about yourself.
So I'm an Instagram model, and I have 100,000 followers on Instagram. So I just think I'm really pretty, and
But you have other stuff. I mean, but tell them like what your major is and stuff.
I'm a business major.
See?
Yeah.
I mean, she deserves a shot.
Exactly, yeah.
Would you mind signing
yeah,
this?
For sure, man. Where do I need to sign? It's right here?
Yeah.
You have beautiful handwriting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
We all know him. Of course, his coaching resume includes national championships from 2009, 2011, 2012, 2015, and of course last year's national championship at the time. Here's a man who is a teacher, a legend, and a leader. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Nick Saban.
I'd like to welcome everybody to homecoming festivities. I know this brings back a lot of acquaintances, friendships, memories, and traditions for so many of us. And I would like to re-emphasize to you that your spirit, the traditions at the University of Alabama, really make this a special place to be a coach. And the 12 years we have spent here, the people have been just marvelous in terms of how they've made myself and our family and Miss Terry a part of this community and a part of this university, and something we'll cherish forever and ever and ever. So again, we appreciate your support, and help us tomorrow night, because I think the fans and the enthusiasm and the spirit in the stadium can really be something that can have an impact on the game, and I think you all can contribute to that. So thank you very much, and roll tide. I don't know, maybe there's something else somebody ought to talk about. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Maybe I already talked about more than I should. Maybe I already talked about more than I should. More than I should. More than I should.
Why they had no chance?
I don't know.
Huh?
You don't know?
No.
You don't know how it all works?
No, how it works?
It just depends on political things from inside Greek life.
What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. It's like we can't talk about it, but there's just reasons.
Did they fix the whole thing?
Kinda.
So how long in advance did they know that the Katie chick was gonna win?
No idea. I just knew from the beginning.
Really?
That's what somebody told me. They're like, yeah, as soon as you vote for her, we already know who's gonna win. But it's crazy shit.
It was fixed. There was no doubt about it. Even this pledge knew about Katie. And with the announcement just moments away, there was nothing more we could do but stand by and watch as she received an unjust crown.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 University of Alabama homecoming queen, Miss Katie Buhai and her court.
The machine had done it. Katie won, I lost. Caroline lost. But this fight wasn't over yet. The next day at 2 p.m., I decided to hold a formal independent banquet in the presidential suite at the nicest hotel in Tuscaloosa, and I invited everyone I knew. The point of the banquet was simple. Whether it was sanctioned by the school or not, I was going to name a fair and just homecoming queen for the University of Alabama.
You want me to make you one?
No, I don't eat.
What do you mean you don't eat?
I tried to small talk with the guys, but I was nervous. I poured myself a glass of the high C that I requested as I thought over what I was about to do.
Hey guys, you guys mind just taking a seat real quick? I'm just gonna say a few words. Thanks. Seriously, whoa, it's a little more than I thought it was gonna be. Yo, but seriously, sorry guys. I know it's a little smaller crowd than maybe we thought, but seriously appreciate all you guys coming out to the banquet. I do want to say one thing, and this is for you guys too, and it might shock you, but I've told some fibs to everyone in the crowd, and I just want to come clean. I am Caleb Pressley, but I'm actually an investigative journalist. And I've come down to Alabama this week, and when I first came, I thought, hey, I'm gonna go down to Alabama and I'm gonna make a nice story about Nick Saban and what's going on with their student section. And then I came to find out it was homecoming weekend, and then I come to find out about some other stuff that wasn't as good. I came to find out about something called the machine. Raise your hand if you know what the machine is. Okay. I believe in fair chances. I believe everyone should have a chance to win if they want to win something. I believe in equal opportunity. And it pains me that that's not the case at the University of Alabama. The only way to win homecoming queen at the University of Alabama is to be supported by the machine, a secret society that's scary. And yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And it exists.
It does exist, yeah. And so that's the only way you can win it, and it's not equal opportunity. And so when I found that out, I immediately took it to the higher powers. I talked to the Secretary of State, and he told me that actually I couldn't do anything about it on such short notice, unfortunately. So I took matters into my own hands, and what I did is I decided that I would create an independent race for homecoming queen with the independent candidate who has a chance to fairly win homecoming. And so I guess without further ado, I would like to announce the 2018 Independent Homecoming Queen of the University of Alabama.
As I reflected over the last 48 hours, I thought about why I started this in the first place. I wanted to give a deserving and honest girl a fair chance at the homecoming crown. However, it had become obvious to me that Caroline was not the wholesome young woman I had envisioned.
This year, our homecoming queen goes to...
As I felt my mistakes slowly eat away at me, I decided to do the hard but right thing. I rigged my own election.
Miss Kaylee Vance. Kayla, if you want to come on up. Congratulations.
When it comes to homecoming queen, not all girls are created equal. It took me a busted tailpipe, countless threats, and 24 hours with Caroline to understand why the machine had rigged the election in the first place. Democracy is cool, but some things are too important to be left up to idiot voters.
I just want to say thank you. The machine is a scary thing to run up against, so this is very cool to be named homecoming queen independently.
And it takes a lot of courage to win homecoming queen independently.
Yes, machine is a very scary, powerful thing here at the university.
None of the people know really what it is, but they'll learn. Awesome. All right, guys, well, enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Thanks, everyone, for coming. And that's pretty much all I got.
And just like that, as quickly as I had infiltrated the University of Alabama, I left it. Pretty much exactly how it was.